What really happens to women after divorce? Excellent question. The reality of what happens to women after divorce is complex and highly individual, but we can break it down into common themes and stages. It's a period of profound transformation that touches every aspect of life. The experience is rarely a single, simple narrative. Instead, it's a mix of challenges and opportunities, grief and growth. Here's a breakdown of what really happens, looking at the different facets of life. 1. The emotional and psychological roller coaster. This is often the most intense and immediate aspect. The initial phase: grief, relief, and identity crisis. Grief and loss. Even if she initiated the divorce, there is profound grief. It's the loss of a partner, a best friend, a companion, the loss of a shared future, and the loss of the family unit as she knew it. Relief and liberation. If the marriage was unhappy, high conflict, or abusive, the dominant feeling can be overwhelming relief. The end of walking on eggshells, constant arguments, or emotional neglect can feel like a huge weight has been lifted. Identity crisis. For years, she was part of a we. Now she must rediscover me. This can be disorienting. Questions arise. Who am I as a single person? What do I actually like to do? What are my own goals and values separate from my husband's? The middle phase: anger, loneliness, and rebuilding self-esteem. Anger and resentment. As the fog of shock lifts, anger can surface. At her ex, at herself, at the situation. This is a natural part of the healing process and a powerful fuel for setting boundaries. Loneliness. The silence of an empty house can be deafening. The loss of daily companionship and the person who was your primary witness to life is deeply felt. This is often compounded by the feeling of being the third wheel among coupled-up friends. Rebuilding self-esteem. Many women emerge from a divorce with their confidence shaken. They may have been told they weren't enough or feel like a failure. A huge part of the journey is reclaiming self-worth, independent of relationship status. This often involves new hobbies, focusing on career, or prioritizing fitness and health. The later phase: acceptance, empowerment, and a new sense of self. Acceptance and peace. The divorce becomes a part of her story, but it no longer defines her present. She accepts what was, what is, and looks forward to what will be. Empowerment and discovery. Many women describe a profound sense of empowerment. They've navigated one of life's most difficult transitions and discovered a resilience they didn't know they had. They often emerge more independent, self-aware, and stronger. 2. The social and relational shift. Divorce doesn't just end one relationship, it reshapes an entire social landscape. Friendships change. Some mutual friends will disappear, often because they feel they have to choose sides or because the single/coupled dynamic becomes awkward. However, other friendships deepen unexpectedly, and new, stronger friendships are often formed. Relationship with children, if she has them. This is a major area of adjustment. She becomes a single mother, which is both incredibly demanding and deeply rewarding. She navigates custody schedules, co-parenting, which can be a major source of stress or a workable partnership, and the emotional task of helping her children through their own grief. Dating and new relationships. The prospect of dating again can be terrifying, exhilarating, or both. The landscape has often changed dramatically since she last dated. Hello, dating apps. This phase can be a journey of rediscovering her own sexuality, desirability, and what she truly wants and deserves in a partner. Many women choose to stay single for a long time, savoring their newfound autonomy. 3. The financial reality. This is often the most practical and stressful area of change. Immediate financial hit. For most women, the household income drops significantly. This may mean budgeting strictly, downsizing the home, or returning to work if she was a stay-at-home parent. The mental load. She is now solely responsible for all financial decisions: mortgage/rent, investments, taxes, insurance, a load that may have been previously shared or managed entirely by her husband. Long-term impact. There can be long-term financial consequences, such as a reduced Social Security benefit or a smaller retirement nest egg, especially if she took time out of the workforce for the family. However, with good planning and support, many women go on to achieve great financial independence and even build more wealth on their own. 4. The opportunity for reinvention. This is the powerful, often under-discussed flip side of the coin. Once the dust settles, many women find space for incredible growth. Rediscovering passions. She can now decorate her home exactly how she wants, watch the shows she enjoys, and pursue hobbies her partner disliked. This can be as simple as taking a painting class or as big as traveling solo. Career focus. Freed from the emotional labor or constraints of a marriage, many women pour energy into their careers, go back to school, start a business, or seek a promotion. Defining her own life. For the first time in years, she is the sole author of her life. She gets to decide what her values are, what kind of environment she wants to live in, and what she wants her future to look like. This can lead to a life that is more authentic and fulfilling than the one she left behind. In conclusion, what really happens to women after divorce is a full-scale reorganization of life. It's a journey through a valley of grief, stress, and uncertainty, but for many, it leads to a mountain of self-discovery, strength, and a life built on their own terms. While the media often portrays it as either a catastrophe or a glamorous revenge story, the truth is far more nuanced. It's hard, transformative work that, with time and support, can lead to a deeply rewarding second chapter. Subscribe and like the channel for interesting discussions like this. Thank you.